And good afternoon and welcome everybody to Carl H. Wiener Center, the campus of Defiance College and Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. It's doubleheader action Saturdays. You have WAC basketball, the women's and the men's teams for Defiance College welcome in Siena Heights from Adrian, Michigan. And again, we talked about this, Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts, where are my manners? Sorry about that. Randy, we talked about this during the football season that Siena Heights is unfortunately shutting its doors. And so we talked about it during the football season, and now we'll bring it up during the basketball season because this is the home iteration of the conference matchups, road and home, that this will unfortunately be the last time we see the Siena Heights Saints, and it's kind of a bittersweet occasion. You know, I mean, it's obviously a good team. The women's team comes in 7-9, but 6-7 in the conference. So they're holding their own right about that 500 mark. But it's always kind of bittersweet to see what could be the beginnings of a good rivalry, but unfortunately it's just not going to be because Siena Heights is going to be shutting its doors.
Yeah, and it's good to see Siena Heights kind of playing the string out, right? They could have very easily kind of packed it up and said, hey, we don't really have anything to play for. It's not like we're coming back next year. You know, you've got, I'm sure, at least the underclassmen probably, if not 1 foot out the door, at least one eye kind of looking at other opportunities beyond this season. So while they're not setting the world on fire, like you said, 6-7 inside the conference has them right in the middle of the pack, you know, trying to advance to the postseason. As we take a look at the WAC women's standings heading into action tonight, you see Siena Heights right there in the thick of things. So for them to still be playing this out, playing competitive basketball, means a lot to them, and it shows that, you know, this group, they want to be, this is the final group, and it's not the players too, you know, it's the coaches. These are all coaches that, you know that they're basically out of a job when the season comes to an end.
They're coaching for their future, you know, just like the players are playing for their future.
Yep. So they've got, you know, if they don't have, you know, I'm sure they're kind of looking around at what the landscape is going to be like when this ends. And again, you don't know what openings will be out there until the end of the season. But you know, you have a gut feeling what's going to be available, what's not. So, and I'm sure some people have already reached out to them. So for them to play this out has really been good for them.
It's very impressive.
And, and it's impressive that they've been able to keep it together and playing some good basketball.
We are going to take a quick timeout as we get ready for the national anthem. When we come back, the starting lineups and much more here on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
And here's the PA announcer, Gene Sugg, with the starting lineup for the Jackets. So there are your starting lineups for both teams. For the visiting Siena Heights Saints, you have Kenila Tyler, Khalees Bass, Lauren DeWolf, Taviona Davis, and Jam Thigpen. For the Jackets, Azaria Smith, Taylor Haynes, Allie Mowen, Jordan Wynn, and Kayla Houston. And Randy, before we tip it off, we talked a little bit before we went on the air. There was one thing in the game notes that Garrett had put together for us, and I want to read this real quick. This is, let's see, last time out. Defiance lost to Rochester Christian 88-30 on Wednesday night. It says the Warriors remain red hot with their sixth straight victory while holding DC to just 18% shooting from the floor. And here's the part. This is kind of like, this encapsulates the season, unfortunately, for the Jackets team. The second quarter featured a 25-0 run in which Rochester Christian outpaced Defiance 30-5 leading into halftime. That is, if you're looking for a key to the game today for the Jackets, as the Jackets win the opening tip and they control so far, it's got to be getting off to a good start on the offensive side.
Yeah, and it's maintaining it, too. How many times have we seen close games through at least the opening quarter that kind of gotten out of hand once the second quarter's gone on? There's a good start, at least a stop and a one and done on the defensive end for the Jackets.
Jackets get the rebound despite a transition basket opportunity for the Saints. And so now they look to settle into their half-court offense. First time down the floor was a turnover for the Jackets, trying to work the ball inside. This time, shot clock underneath 10. Somebody's going to need to get this one up quick. Little show and go. And we get a travel on the floor against Azaria Smith, trying to make a little bit too much happen maybe as the shot clock was winding down.
Yeah, you said the show and go, and that was a good call. It kind of extended the hand, but the leg and the pivot went with it, and that kind of drag of the foot is what led to the travel call.
Kick out for the three in the corner by the Jackets bench. Nothing but net. First points on the night go to Davis. Confident stroke there for Davis.
Yeah, this is a Defiance team. These two met in Adrian, it seems like forever ago, middle of November. And they're going to be Defiance without their leading scorer in that game. Shawnee Little had 11 to lead the Jackets. A good take. So we've seen Kayla Houston really get better offensively, and we've seen more confidence in the paint from her, and there's a good start here and a chance for a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Houston unfortunately missed the shot, got fouled, and then kind of took a little bit of a tumble at the end there. She looks like she's doing okay after that fall. But the first free throw is up and good, and Randy, you hit it. Last time out here at home when we saw Houston playing, she was especially driving on the left side of the paint, using the left hand to go up off glasses. She knocks down both free throws, and it's 3-2 on the Defiance College scoreboard. I expect that confidence just to continue to grow and her to continue to attack the glass on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think they've really kind of found a spot for her and really something to step up.
Another three-point try. This time rims out. No good for Davis. And they try to work the ball inside. Good defense by the Jackets on the interior. Going to get a foul on the shot. I think they will get Allie Mowen on that one.
Yeah, it was the trail official that made the call. So he saw something back at the wing. Yeah, he saw the little kind of hip-to-hip from Mowen on the contact, and looks like that's going to be enough to pick up the foul.
Kyla Taylor, the 5'6" sophomore from Grand Rapids, goes to the line. Saints leading 3-2 with 8:05 to play here in the opening quarter as the first free throw goes in. Makes it 4-2 on the Defiance College scoreboard. Hopefully everybody who is watching this game from home is staying warm. It is a Arctic cold front coming through this area, and it doesn't seem like it's going to play very nice in terms of temperatures and snowfall.
Yeah, it sounds like the rest of the weekend, not great.
Oh, they're going to wipe that one off, unfortunately. That was a beautifully executed full-court offensive set. but a good job by the defender to get her feet set outside of the circle. So a well-executed play by the Jackets gets wiped off, and it's still 5-2.
Yeah, Taylor Haynes thought she was going to give herself enough room. Unfortunately, did have the player controlled, knocked down the defender, and was unfortunately charged with a foul there.
Nice ball handling that time by Lauren DeWolf. Had a defender in fact, 2 defenders all over her, but was able to collect and shoot and score with the left hand. And there goes Kayla Houston again, driving left side like we talked about, except this time she uses the right hand. More comfortable for her, but knew she was going to draw some contact, and did a good job fighting through that contact to draw the foul.
It was one of those things where she wanted – you can't really keep both hands on the basketball, but wanted to get enough to get a shot off where if there was some contact, she wasn't going to lose possession of the basketball. It's a good play just to draw the foul and get her points from the free throw line so far.
3 points on the afternoon, all coming from the charity stripe, as Randy said. And she's a 62% free throw shooter, is 4 for 4 so far today from the line, and that's all of the Defiance College scoring. 7:20 to play in the opening quarter. It's 7-4 Saints. Good job by Mowen on the defense. That time to body up but not draw the foul on the drive. And the Jackets get the defensive board, and they come away clean. Houston's going to drive. Houston's going to take, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds. I think that one was Davis with the deflection. Good job sticking with Kayla right there.
Yeah, you saw Kayla that time with the left hand. Now it looks like she's trying to put the contact back in.
Well, Kayla is not afraid to take the ball from the top of the key and kind of make her own offense. Now we just need a couple of other Jackets to kind of feel that same urgency on the offensive side and want to make things happen, either it's cutting towards the basket without the ball, or it's maybe being a little bit more offensively minded to avoid these slow starts and these cold streaks, especially in the first half.
Yeah, it'd be nice, like you said, to have someone kind of step up. So it is good to see at least an offensive leader. Like, how many times have we talked about ball ends up getting passed around, no shot goes off. And this time Kayla recognized that there was the clock running down, about to step through the score there.
Jam Thigpen with the Euro step. Well executed, and a steal off the inbound leads to a three-point opportunity. No good. That one's going to go out of bounds off the Saints. It's going to go off of Davis, but that's of no fault of Davis's, as she was all over the place on the offensive side that time. Not just with the passing, but also crashing the boards for the rebound, the tip out.
Yeah, it's a good hustle play. Just unfortunately, when she collected the basketball, she inadvertently bounced it. When she did, it was right on the sideline.
So Mowen will bring this up as the Jackets trail early 9-4. Be a good time for a couple of successful possessions for the Jackets here, as they've been stuck on 4 for a little while. Good sell out that time for the loose ball. This will lead to a transition opportunity. Going to get Mowen on the foul. That's 2 on Allie, as DeWolf uses the left hand to drive strong.
Yeah, not going to be a lot here. You see Allie kind of giving herself up. She didn't want to pick up that foul. And a little contact on the dribble drive, just enough to whistle the foul. Well, actually, they're going to call that on Kayla.
I thought Allie was the only one who was bodying her up.
So that helps out the Jackets.
So that foul instead goes against Houston. First free throw rims out, no good for Lauren DeWolf. Second one on the way is good. 10-4 early on here, 5:50 and counting here in the first quarter.
We were all confused because even Allie, when the whistle blew, her body language suggested that was on her.
Mm-hmm. She's a player who I think the Jackets need to start taking some more shots, especially from the outside. She's a great three-point shooter, but we get a foul on the drive. I think that one might be going against Thigpen.
Not a lot of contact, just like the other end.
Second time, yeah.
Just
kind of they are driving. They kind of end up at the same place, so there's a little bit of incidental contact, but the officials are kind of calling it tight so far. We'll see if that trend continues throughout the afternoon. Shot up, kind of a wild shot, no good for Houston. Loose ball scramble. Nice pass into Wynn. Wynn right hand, no good, rims out. Somehow the Saints saved that one on the baseline, and we get a reach-in foul on the drive by Shawnee Little. Shawnee maybe a little frustrated on that foul. As you can see the reach-in coming here, trying to get the poke. Easy call for the official.
Yeah, good to see Shawnee Little back into the lineup. So didn't think she was active today. Said led the team in scoring when these two met in November with 11, but good to see her back, especially what she can do on the defensive end.
Left-handed shot, no good by Finch. The Jackets will look to push as Mowen fakes the three, drives into the trees and kicks back out. Still 20 to shoot. Little with the ball up top, looking for a screen by Wynn. She'll kick it over to the right side. Houston with the ball off the ball fake. Mid-range jumper up, no good. Good job by the Jackets, though, to crash the boards. Taylor Haynes keeping that possession alive. 4:20 to play in the opening quarter. Still 10 to shoot. Good kick out to Mowen. I like that three right there, even if it doesn't drop. I like to see Allie start thinking a little more aggressively on the offensive side. Good job by Houston, but unable to convert.
Like how, it was a quick decision, got the ball, shot it right away.
2-point make on the other side by the Saints, and that increases the Siena Heights lead to 8-12-4, as there's a nice drive by Shawnee Little. Defense did not react, and the help defense kind of had her back turned right there to Shawnee, so good recognition and drive.
Yeah, it's what Shawnee Little brings is a lot of speed that we saw the first half of the season. And have her playing a little bit lower, not playing up top.
Same kind of body bump right there, but no call. I'd rather those are no calls, as that shot a little strong by Houston. And this time, rebound comes out to DeWolf, and they look to push.
I don't know if this is the pace either team wants to play at, but Siena Heights right now pretty comfortable early on at least, getting up and down the floor.
3-point basket by Lauren DeWolf. And for DeWolf, that's, I think, her second 3-point make. No, it's her first. 15-6 is your score. Very confident on that 3-point shot. Good inside-outside game by the Saints on that half-court possession. Jackets looking to try to work the ball inside. You have 4 players around the perimeter. Good help defense coming over by Davis. Gets the tie-up. And possession arrows go into Siena Heights. And with that in mind, we're going to take a media timeout. We're going to keep this one right here. As we let you know, today's game is brought to you in part by Mercy Health. Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. And we're also brought to you today by BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance College gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, and spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the Sideline store at defianceathletics.com. So, Randy, we go back to the game notes that Garrett always does a great job putting together. We look at the recent matchups for the Jackets in terms of points scored. You go back to December 20, 40 points against Indiana Tech, 47 against UM Dearborn, 57. So they, increased that by 10 against Madonna, 52 at Aquinas. But then again, talk about those first half stretches where they go cold. 33 against Cleary, 45 against Lawrence Tech, and 30 against Rochester Christian. It's almost like if you are the opposing team against the Jackets, if you can build a comfortable lead early, you can probably be more aggressive on the defensive side and really kind of force the issue with the Jackets. And that's something that those cold starts, just something they're going to have to figure out.
Yeah, they've tried different things. They've gone with different lineups. They've tried to figure out a couple of things, and for whatever reason, nothing really seems to work. And it's going to be still. This is going to help trying to get these runouts.
Incidental foot contact right there. Certainly nothing intentional about it, as we had a nice breakaway. Foul's going to go against Lauren DeWolf. Injured Jacket Shawnee Little on the floor.
Yeah,
usually when you take that tumble, the floor wins that matchup between body and floor. Floor is pretty much undefeated. Hopefully Shawnee's
still,
okay.
Yeah, still kind of struggling a little bit.
Wonder if she might have hurt a wrist, bracing for a fall. She looks like she's kind of favoring one of those legs a little bit, so perhaps she landed on a knee on the way down. We'll check on Shawnee, and hopefully she's okay. Just a little bit of a rest, stretch it out, talk it over, get back on the floor, and start making it happen. 15-6 your score. Pass goes into Santasia, who is playing her first action of the day, and she gets the ball in the corner. Unfortunately, stepped out of bounds on the baseline. Kind of had no room to operate once she got down in that corner.
Yeah, we've talked about that at times with this offense and the movement. Is Defiance has kind of put themselves in bad spots. And they'll run to the corners. They'll stop their dribble at kind of odd locations. And just trying to figure something out, trying to build some confidence of the offense.
Nice pass at the end of that exchange by the Saints. Good assist that time by Kenila Taylor. And the basket was made. 17-6 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Again, the Jackets in single digits late in the quarter. As we get a tie up, and they're going to get a foul this time on Tavania Davis, who's been very active on both sides of the floor, trying to get the tie up again there, but this time the officials say she got the wrist. Her first foul. She will stay on the floor, but Thomas will go to the line, as that's already 5 team fouls against the Saints. As the gym goes eerily quiet. First free throw. I was almost afraid to say something.
I like the concentration.
She's going to
really
hear
wants
me.
to make sure she gets these.
Yeah. Santasia looking for the first point on the night. Second free throw on the way, rims out, no good. Attempted rebound there by Wynn, but good position, good box out by the Saints. Had 2 players there ready to box out and secure the board. Saints with the ball. This one's going out of bounds off of the ball handler. They'll say that Finch was the last one to touch that, number 11.
Siena Heights tried to do the same thing there. They did the last possession. The dribble drive goes around. See Santasia kind of standing under the basket. The idea is to get the dribble drive in. It sucks her out from under the basket, leaves the open player. It worked the last possession, and they try to go opposite side this time.
Under 1 to play, 17-6 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Nice bounce pass to Santasia. Another foul against Taviana Davis, and she's got to be careful with her reactions there. Slamming the ball that time. If she would have not caught that, she's probably getting teed up right there.
You know, I saw the official following her, and I thought it's to talk to her about that, but it's because she wanted to go to them. Now that gets the explanation, like, hey, she's got to be careful. She slams the ball like that.
Mm-hmm. If you don't catch, if you don't catch that, or if you catch the official at just the right time, that frustration bounce right there could become an unnecessary technical for your team, and you don't need that. So 2 early fouls for Davis as Santasia misses the first free throw. Second one, no good. She's 0 for 4, but a nice putback by Wynn off the rebound, unable to convert. Siena Heights dodged a got a little bit of a break there.
And it's the second time that Jordan Wynn's been at the right place at the right time. Offensive rebound, just unable to hit the bunnies. We saw Defiance in warm-up spend a little bit more time working on shots in close. Also good to see Shawnee Little back out on the floor after
doing the same thing she was doing before she got hurt. Santasia just held her ground right there, and we get a shot clock violation. We have bodies hitting the floor everywhere, which you love to see people selling out for the loose ball. But shot clock violation as the ball kind of falls harmlessly near midcourt, and that's where the Jackets will take it out. 19.5 to play in the opening quarter. Shot clock turned off. Good defense on the inbound right there.
Yeah, Siena Heights recognizes what Shawnee's able to do, and they're going to face guard her and make it just difficult for her to get the basketball.
Santasia with the screen up top, looking for the screen and roll.
Yeah, rolled to the basket, was open for a minute.
Shawnee for three. Little off the mark with 0.9 to play. That is most likely how this first quarter is going to end, barring a miracle shot, which will not happen. So 17-6 your score after one quarter. Siena Heights up by double figures. We'll be right back for the start of quarter two on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you Medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Defy the ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math, with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
Back out at Defiance College. Get ready to start quarter number two. Coming into this game, Siena Heights is scoring about 68.5 a game, and they're giving up about 67.7 a game. The Jackets on the other end scoring 55.4 a game, giving up 79.6. So, it's obvious to look at the numbers and say, it's your plus 24, plus 25, whatever, to minus 24, minus 25. It must all fall on the defense. Defense needs to do a better job of executing. But in reality, where the Jackets don't do themselves any favors, you get a couple of good opportunities by Wynn and Thomas there. Come up empty. It's really more on the offensive side, Randy, that they leave too many things out there on the floor as we get a foul inside by Shawnee Little on the reach. And again, don't mean to belabor that point, but 6 points in the first quarter, like you said, 4 free throws in a basket. It's hard to hang, you know what I mean? A team that's even playing decent basketball, and Siena Heights had a really good first quarter. 3-point basket up and good for Lauren DeWolf. The left-hander sizes that one up and confidently knocks it down. Saints are up to 20. And they're up 2 scores on the Jackets, 26.
Yeah, DeWolf came into today a 30% three-point shooter, but she's got a couple of them today. This Siena Heights offense, a lot different. Taviana Davis, playing only her 7th game this year, but bringing 21 points per game in her 6th that she's played.
Santasia with a big block that time as Tyler was trying to drive, decided to stop for the mid-range jumper. And Santasia was more than happy to meet her out there and get a hand on the ball. Still 17 to shoot. Tyler with the ball again, this time being guarded by Houston. Driving a kick out. Driving a kick out. Nice collect and score that time by Josette Zuvers, who's been seeing quite a bit of game action. That's her second make on the day, 4 points for the contest.
A good deflection, but went right to Zuvers, who was able to get open and get the basket for the Saints.
The two players there. Good effort by both Jackets, but they ended up in the same spot, unfortunately, kind of battling for real estate.
Good idea for Taylor. You see her still working hard inside. Picked up a couple of offensive rebounds.
Jackets still not out of this possession. Triple try up, no good. Rebound fought for by Wynn, and we get the reach-in foul on Haynes. Again, I think a little bit of frustration kind of boiling over from the lack of execution on the offensive side.
Yeah, just thought she'd be able to poke the basketball away, the dribbler going by her. And unfortunately, Taylor whistled for the foul there.
Second foul for Taylor Haynes as she takes a seat. 22-6 your score. Siena Heights up by 16. And they'll work the ball around the perimeter. Nice drive and shot. Confident once again by Lauren DeWolf, and that's 10 for DeWolf. Barely a quarter and change into this contest, so good game so far for Lauren.
Yeah, someone that comes in scoring 18 and a 38% shooter on the year, shooting a little bit more efficiently than that so far in this opening half.
Yeah, she's not going to need if she keeps up, as the Jackets missed there on the 2, she keeps up this shooting percentage, feeling it the way she's feeling it today, it's not going to take many shots to get that season average as we get a foul on the floor.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough break. Kayla just wanted to reach out, tried to knock the ball away, wanted to time it where when the shooter was leaving her feet to kind of reach up and mistimed it and caught a little contact.
Got Jam Thigpen, number 24, going to the line. And on the season, she is a 57% free throw shooter.
Yeah, just had that first one rim out. Ball rolled around the rim and got away from everyone on the floor.
Well, Robo camera saved it, I think. Kind of reached that big toe out and got it. Second one for Thigpen on the way is no good. So, unfortunately, she does not shoot to her percentage on that two-shot opportunity. As they come up empty, it's still 24-6, Jackets with the ball. Shawnee Little back out after that momentary injury scare. It's the ball over to Mowen, still 10 to shoot. Houston for 3.
Ouch.
No good. I think her game is more drive and kiss off glass.
Yeah, speaking of Shawnee Little, no one picked her up, standing open in the corner. Ball never quite made it to her, and we'll get over the back and get a reach going for the rebound here.
See the foul going against Josette Zuvers.
Yeah,
did not have position right there over
jumping
Mowen.
up and over.
It's always tough as a guard to battle for an overmatched guard to be in the paint trying to battle for a board against a big. Big doesn't have to reach much to get over the top, but a good job by Allie of boxing out and holding her ground right there to draw the whistle.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you get penalized for being more athletic than the person in front of you.
24-6, 5 to shoot. Gonna get a help call that time against Thigpen as the shot clock was winding down. They were trying to work it into Houston, and the pass kind of sailed out of Houston's hands and was going out of bounds.
Yeah, that was more self-defense out of Thigpen. He threw a fastball to get it inside, and Jam thought that was going to, hit off her head. Trying to explain to the coaches, like, hey, I was really just kind of trying to defend myself from getting hit in the head. And again, just the bunnies not falling for the Jackets today.
And it's definitely, again, not for lack of effort as Santasia battling 2 consecutive offensive rebounds. And kind of the way the game has gone as Davis, number 23, goes in. First time, puts it up, and gets the basket. And we have Technical foul.
Technical's called. Something was said by, I believe, Davis after running by on the make.
That's too bad, too, as you could see Coach Leatherwood, as soon as the official blew that whistle, she shot up out of her seat, and I could hear all the way up here, what? I get it. I need an explanation on this one. But like you said, it's probably said a magic word or said something towards a person. Either way, got to know better. As Mowen will go to the line for a technical free throw. Jackets have been stuck on 6 for a little bit too long here. Allie knocks that one down. She got one more technical free throw. That's Allie's first point on the night. 4 of the Jackets' 7 points, I believe, have come. Now 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. No, 6 of 8. 6 of 8. Yeah, only 1 made basket. Substitution coming in. Taylor Haynes checks in for the Jackets. I think that may be Smith who took a seat?
Yep.
Yeah. Azaria takes the seat. Shawnee Little gets the ball over to Taylor Haynes, and they'll try to work a 2-player game on the outside, getting it over to Houston, who kicks it over to Santasia. Santasia positioned outside a lot. Does a good job setting the screen. Good defense that time by Molly Prince. Forced her to alter the shot. Strong take with the left hand by Finch. That's her first basket, and the lead is now 28-8. Now into Santasia in the corner for a 3, a little bit off. Long shot means long rebound, and that gives the Saints an opportunity to push. Kick to the corner, got Santasia off her feet. That's a tough matchup for a guard right there. You want to reset. See if you can get a high screen or try to break her down off the dribble, as Santasia was playing great defense, just got a little bit of a body bump right there.
Officials are calling this one tight. Santasia really don't think she did anything wrong, stepped out to defend up top. And officials rule there's just a little bit of contact. It's going to lead to a timeout.
We're going to take this one with them. 4:53 to play in the opening half. 28-8. Siena Heights leads. We'll be right back.
Defy the ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math, with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College athletics.
Back out at Defiance College, Jim and Randy on a Saturday afternoon. Game 1 of the doubleheader between Defiance and Siena Heights. The women's team out there on the floor, and the Saints up comfortably 28-8 with under 5 to play in the first half. Saints with the ball, looking to extend on that lead. There's a nice entry pass. Shot up by Molly Prince, and a foul going against Jordan Wynn, who was playing kind of the high side right there, and the entry pass went over the top and gave Prince an opportunity for an easier look. She'll go to the line for a pair. This first foul against Jordan Wynn. Prince listed at 6 foot even. Jordan Wynn at 5'11", so not much of a size mismatch there for the Saints. Just really positioning more than anything else as the first one rims out. Prince coming into that two-shot foul was a 50% free throw shooter, although very limited opportunities. Does not knock either one down this time. Good outside pass right there by the Jackets, unable to knock the three down.
A good idea going inside out, shooter left open. Good look for Taylor Haynes, just unable to get it.
Jordan Wynn with the block on the transition opportunity. Saints thought they had an easy one right there as Coleman goes up with the left hand, but Wynn more than happy to knock that one out of bounds and make them restart. Get the ball up top to Finch. Finch guarded by Mao, and 11 on 11 there. Almost a carry. Going into the paint. Get the ball over to Prince. Good deflection. Oh, they're going to get a foul against Taylor Haynes, saying she probably got a little too physical with the hands there.
Yeah, you saw, it's when the ball got knocked away, you saw Taylor, I think it was the left hand, kind of hook her, kind of reach her around the neck, trying to go after the basketball.
Lauren DeWolf is the player who is fouled, as that's 3 against Taylor Haynes. She will probably be taking a seat for the last 4:03 of this first half. Can ill afford to get 4 fouls on her. First free throw up and good by DeWolf. And this has unfortunately been another thing, Randy, a storyline that has kind of plagued the Jackets women's team this year. As the second free throw is good too, so it's 30-8 on the Defiance College scoreboard. It's foul trouble. Limited bench depth and foul trouble, and there's always, it seems like, at least 2 in the first half, 2 players who get 3 fouls each, and then you have to start going to the bench maybe earlier than you want to, and you're taxing that depth, and it's almost out of necessity because of the fouls as opposed to just looking for the right mixture of players. Kick out to Mao and ball fake, she'll drive. Met by Prince, who just goes straight up with the hands, and you can't play that any better on defense.
Yeah, Molly Prince didn't even have to leave her feet, able to get the block, and leads to transition and score.
Tyler with the left hand up and good. That's 7 on the night for Tyler, and it's 32-8 with 3:25 to play in the first half. Jackets once again having first half woes and building a deficit that's going to be really hard to come out of in the second half. Prince with the mid-range jumper, no good, but a rebound by the Saints. Kick it back out.
Good look pulling up from the free throw line, was on the trailer on the play.
Foul on the take by Tyler, and that will result in 2 free throws for the Jackets. As Shawnee Little once again sees the opportunity, gets aggressive going on the right side right there, and she'll draw the foul, go to the line for a pair.
Like the aggressiveness, just nothing, again, feel like saying the same thing, nothing just falling for the Jackets today.
First free throw on the way. It is no good, rims out. 32-8 your score on the Defiance College scoreboard. 2:56 to play in the first half. When we get to halftime, Defiance College was kind enough to send over a couple of new videos that we're going to share with you at the half, and I think we'll share them at the half of the men's game too coming up. So check out, I think one of them is about the men's volleyball team, if I
just
remember
had their
right.
first program game Friday night.
With a victory, I believe, right?
I do believe so. I got to go back and look.
Basket up and good for 3, that time by Victoria Serrano Ortiz. Many players getting in on the action for the Saints as they are up comfortably 35-8 with 2:20 to play here in the first half. Jackets need shots, and they need them quickly.
I just need something to fall again. Good entry pass inside Jordan Wind, but better defense led to the shot off the mark.
Saints aren't going to take their feet off the gas either, as there's a nice entry pass to Prince. Prince unable to convert. Molly seeing some extended minutes now for the Saints. She's done some pretty good things out there on both sides of the floor. 2-point basket attempt by Shawnee Little, no good. Saints rebound. Wynn almost gets the steal, but Finch controls the ball. Coming up on 90 seconds to play in the first half. Good ball fake. Shot up and no good by Serrano Ortiz. Wynn with the rebound. She'll get it to Mowen. We're under 90 seconds to play in the first half. Jackets need to maximize the number of offensive possessions here in this first half. And unfortunately, the defense for the Saints is not giving them that opportunity. I think everybody stopped right there, Randy. I think everybody thought the foul was going on the drive against Tyler, number 4, and everybody just stopped.
Yeah, Shawnee Little thought the ball was bouncing. He was headed out of bounds and then took a left turn and stayed in play.
10 players with the ball just slowly dribbling away and nobody making a move to it. The officials even were looking at each other like, did something happen that I'm not aware of? 5 on the shot clock. Going to get a foul on the drive, that time by Finch. Finch was trying to contest the shot and ended up hitting the side of the head of the shooter right there.
Azarea almost had her head taken off. He's still, feeling the effects of it a little bit.
First free throw up and good. See if the Jackets can at least push this to doubles. I know that with the other team scoring 35 doesn't maybe sound like much, but it's a confidence booster as that second one goes down. Now you get a stop and you just try to finish the half on an up note. As we're under 1 to play, both teams should get at least one more possession. Jackets looking for a stop on defense here and one more conversion on the offensive side at least. Siena Heights looking to finish strong here in the first half, up comfortably. Nice pass to Zuvers. And that play has been open. The help defense is getting over, but they're leaving a player alone. And the Saints on the offensive side are doing a great job recognizing that extra pass. Wynn with the ball, kicks it over, gets it back. Shot up and good by Jordan Wynn as she played a nice 1-2 game with Shawnee Little right there. You see Shawnee with the drive, giving Saints a taste of their own medicine with that nice extra kick under the basket.
And finally good to see something fall.
37-12, shot clock turned off with 16.7 to play. Jackets looking for a 3-point play. Rim out, no good. Rebound by Zubers. They get the ball over to Finch. Finch will walk it up, 10 to shoot. Screen up top, we'll see if they go. Nope, they're going to go straight to the paint. They're going to get a foul on the Jackets, as that will send Finch to the line for a pair. We'll see if they get Mowen on that one. Last time I said that, Allie was the one guarding the shooter, and the foul was on somebody totally different.
Yeah, this one's on Smith.
Of course it is. So 2 shots coming for Finch with 0.6 to play. First one rims out, no good. Again, coming up to half, we'll give you some halftime stats, show you a couple brand new videos from Defiance College Athletics. Then we'll take a little bit of a break as the second free throw drops, and that's the way the first half is going to end. Mowen's still going to try a 3-point shot there from 3/4 court. Shot would not have counted had it gone. Took a little bit too long, but that's how the first half ends. 38-12 here at Defiance College. The Saints are up big. We're going to step aside real quick when we come back. First half stats, some new videos from DC Athletics, and then we're going to take a bit of a break before we bring you back for the second half. We'll be right back, everybody.
Meet the Scam.
a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
go Jackets!
Our fall was really about building our team culture, and what we were trying to accomplish was, yes, get better at volleyball, but a lot of them, majority of our team being freshmen, we had to really implement systems, and now it's, trying to find the group that's gonna really be playing for us the majority of the time, and building them up and getting them comfortable with playing with each other, while also everybody else finding their value. Practices have been really competitive, which has been great, and I think we're at a good spot. I think it's kind of at the spot too where we're ready to play some people other than us. The goal is conference tournament personally, and I think our team kind of has that same goal. But we were picked 9th, so we've got some work to do to allow that to happen. But I don't think we shy away from the work. My guys are willing to grind. It's cool to come out and have a good first year, but we want to sustain the success for more than a year, So I think that's what we're looking for. Is we've got a lot of freshmen, so it's not how are we going to be at the end of this year, but how are we going to be at the end of their 4 years. The thing that we developed with the women is going to carry over into the men. We're going to have a bench that's loud. We're going to have people into it and ready to contribute no matter where they're at on the bench or on the court. And hopefully the fans get involved. I think that's when Defiance volleyball's at its best, whether it's men's or women's. So I'm really looking forward for fans to kind of get exposed to what the environment's going to be like and how exciting it really can be.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
It is exciting to see even their growth within a couple of months, and even some of the kids from last year, there was a lot of growth. It's all headed in the right direction. What they do well is they try hard, and they know that they're not going to get it done in one day or 1 week. It's a process. So if anything, I'm kind of proud of them from learning that lesson. That it's not going to come overnight, but they're going to have to put in work, and they come back every day, which tells me that they are excited about that growth. Really excited about conference because it's an opportunity for us to show the conference that, last year was our first year in the conference, so we kind of got beat up a little bit, but we were able to go and do some recruiting, get some kids in here, and I think we have some surprises. We're getting bigger, we're getting stronger, we're getting more confident, and we look to bring the program back to its prominent position that it was in the past. So we're excited to do that for Defiance and for our program.
And back out at Defiance College, Jim and Randy, it's halftime. The Saints are up 26, 38-12 over the Defiance College Yellow Jackets. And Randy, when we take a look at the team statistics, it is not a pretty first half for Coach PA's Defiance College team. They are shooting 2 of 29, 7% from the floor, 0 of 8 from 3, and the only thing really that's keeping them in the double figures is 8 of 15 from the charity stripe. Siena Heights, however, 14 of 26, 54% from the floor, including 4 of 8 from three-point territory. They have also knocked down about 50% of their free throws, 6 of 12. Both teams have done a pretty decent job taking care of the ball. Jackets have turned it over 8 times compared to 4 for the Saints. But really, the difference in the game so far, aside from the shooting woes for the Jackets, is you look at 21 defensive rebounds for the Saints, which means the Jackets aren't getting really any second chance point opportunities. And you look at the second chance points, 6-0 Saints. Points in the paint, 16-4, so that's 22-4. That's plus 18, and the game's only plus 26. So a lot of it has to do with the defensive rebounding for the Saints and getting really good looks on the offensive side.
Yeah, just everything's kind of gone Siena Heights' way. Starting with that 54% shooting percentage when they're able to get inside. Even the three-pointers has been a couple uncontested for the Saints they've been able to knock down. So shooting with confidence, that's pretty contagious, and that's led to this big lead for the Saints at the half.
Lauren DeWolf leads all scorers with 13 points and 3 rebounds for the Saints. Tyler has 6, as does Zuvers. Davis has 5. Serrano, Ortiz, and Finch with 3 apiece, and Jam Thigpen with 2. For the Jackets, Houston has 4 points, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, 0 of 8 from the floor. So tough shooting day so far for Kayla. Shawnee Little, Azaria Smith, Allie Mowen, and Jordan Wynn have 2 points apiece. And a lot of those coming on the free throw side, as Smith and Mowen both knocked down their free throw attempts. Shawnee 1 of 4 from the floor, Jordan Wynn 1 of 6. So it has been a first half that you don't necessarily want to remember. I think you want to put that in the rear view as quickly as you can, and you want to just come out and focus for the second half. We're going to take a quick timeout, a little bit of a longer one this time, and when we come back, we'll be about ready to start the second half of action. So hang out with us. It's a cold Saturday afternoon, and you got Yellow Jackets basketball on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network. And back out at Defiance College for the start of the second half. Want to let folks know that Sweetwater Chop House is located on Eagle Rock Golf Club, open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot for celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you're just in the mood to come out and enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for executive chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain a scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads. Utilizing local area farmers for fresh vegetables and using our on-site herb garden, we take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. 38-12 your score. First drive of the second half is a shot attempt no good by Davis, and Davis was the player, Randy, who was kind of I will say kind of the emotional barometer early in that surge by the Saints. She plays with a lot of passion, there's no doubt. Got into a little bit of early foul trouble as you see. She's running the floor there for the fast break opportunity. Unfortunately for Davis, lost her cool a little bit during that one foul. She sat for a good portion of that second quarter. But I think that energy was really kind of matched throughout the Siena Heights team in that first half.
Yeah, it looks like since then she's regained her composure and playing a little bit better. You saw that last turnover break led a little bit too much forward. Siena Heights coming out just a little sloppy to begin the second half. Looks like coach is thinking maybe that pass was deflected in the corner.
Trying to get the call, unable to do so, was Coach Candace Leatherwood right there. As the Jackets will inbound this ball, but they'll get some light man full court pressure as they'll back out of that right away. And Tyler goes back to pick her up at the three-point line. Mowen in the corner. Works the ball into Wynn. Wynn off the glass and good over Thigpen. Good matchup and good job by Jordan to take advantage there and knock that one down.
Yeah, and it's just again, simple things for Defiance. Siena starting, getting the basket. Now she's going to get the steal, trying to make it 2 in a row.
2 in a row it is. Jordan winning a personal 4-0 scoring run. Gives her 6 on the night, and it's 38-16, so the Jackets starting to kind of climb back into it. Steal by the Jackets. Stop me if you've heard this before. Mowen for 3. That shot's blocked. Break for the Saints and see if they can cash in on the other side. They can. Shot up and good by Lauren DeWolf, who has 14 now on the contest. I think you said average is 18 a game. Is that what you said earlier? So she's coming, closing in on that season average. And she's not going to need many shots to get it, as there's a good job by Kayla Houston getting into the paint as we get a timeout for Coach PA right there. Kayla almost lost control a little bit in the paint, but was able to collect herself without moving the feet and traveling there.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of contact too, so officials deciding to let them play on. A good start to the second half so far.
Aftershock Cart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for carts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-GO, and Club Car. We have stock and custom carts, new and used carts, and a full line of accessories. We can build a cart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our indoor showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all your karting needs. And today's game's also brought to you in part by Mark Moats Ford. At our Ford dealership in Defiance, we strive to provide you with top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Moats Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. Don't forget, at the conclusion of the Defiance College Siena Heights women's game, we will take just a little bit of a break and then get you set for game 2 of the doubleheader as the men's team gets ready to hook it up. The Jackets come into that contest 10-8, 5-8 in the conference, and the Saints men's team 6-13, 2-11 in the WAC. So the Jackets, at least on paper, look to have a little bit of an advantage. But this
played a 6-point game at Siena Heights.
Does not surprise me. I was going to say the standings, I don't know that the standings really mean a whole lot. I think it's all about execution the day of, because otherwise the team with lesser wins, you might as well just walk off and let the team with the better record take the dub, which nobody's going to do that. 3-point shot missed by the Jackets. Saints on the run out, and an easy layup that time for Kenila Taylor. And a good job on the opposite end of that in the paint. The Siena Heights player screened off the would-be help defenders, so you were able to go to the basket uncontested. There's a deflected ball out of bounds. Shawnee was looking for Mowen in the corner. And a good job by Lauren DeWolf getting that hand in there to knock it out. Still 18 to shoot, 6:54 to play in the quarter. 42-18 is your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Mowen, nice ball fake. 2-point shot up, no good. Follows up her own miss. And this one's going, I believe, out of bounds off of the Saints. They will say that Jam Thigpen had that one hit off her last.
And not a lot of arc to that shot for Allie. Just
that was
line
a line
drive
it. Yeah.
Luckily, it caught the iron.
I was going to say 6 on the floor usually doesn't fly with the officials. So somebody has to take a seat. As Smith ends up being the one who goes to the bench. Try to wrap around pass, and here's a loose ball that we'll see if anybody wants it. Ooh, goodness gracious. Taylor Haynes battling for that loose ball right there, and almost ended up taking out a chair and almost went into the wall down there. She was really going after that loose ball, Randy.
Yeah, she's fighting hard to go down and come up with the basketball. And getting ran out of real estate.
6.5 to play and counting here in quarter number 3. 42-18 your score. A foul on the drive against the Jackets. We'll see if they're going to call this one in the act of shooting or if this is going, it looks like they're going to say in the act of shooting. So that will send Kenila Tyler to the line for a pair. Tyler has 9 on the contest, unable to knock down that first free throw. And on the season, she is a 69% free throw shooter. So the second one, no good. 0 for 2 that time from the line. Win with the rebound. Jackets will push a little, but Saints back on defense, playing that man defense. And they'll set up in the half-court opportunity. Good drive that time. Shot no good by Smith. Win with the rebound and able to put back. It looked like the Saints were willing to concede that basket.
Yeah, had a couple of good looks. We'll have a carry here. Just a little hesitation from Davis. Going back to that DC possession, just getting inside. You saw the first couple of shots from inside the paint go down for Defiance. So it looked like they figured something out, but back to cold shooting right now.
Drive and kick, drive and kick. Shot by Little is blocked by Tyler. See if the Saints try to push.
Yeah, Shawnee thought she was going to have like the inside move and thought she had a defender at her hip, but her defender was more to the side and caused some problems.
3-point basket, no good by Davis. Runner in the paint by Shawnee Little before the defense could really turn around and contest his shot, so good recognition.
Yeah, it was a little out of control, and she just wanted to offer something up before she lost the basketball, and a good drive and a good answer on the other end for the Saints.
Kenila Tyler knocks down that runner. 44-20 your score, and this is going to be a turnover to the Saints. And a left-handed make by Davis and the Jackets. We'll see if Coach is going to be burning a timeout here soon. 20 to shoot, 4:35 to play in the quarter. Kick to Mowen. Mowen for three. That shot was deflected. But Wynn in the right spot at the right time is able to collect the rebound and get that one up and in.
That's the type of player that Jordan Wynn can be, the low post presence, and obviously having some of the size that the Jackets do. Santasia Thomas, but you can add to it someone like Jordan Wynn that could bring some physicality to the low post. Would be huge.
Houston with the left hand. Got the block called against the Saints, and that'll send Kale to the line for a pair.
Yeah, take a look. Yep, it's a good call. You saw the little hesitation out of Jam Thigpen. Knew the contact was coming. You could see her just moving forward momentarily, but wasn't set still enough to get the charge.
Just like in the men's game, Randy, when free throws are coming, the first thing we need to do is we need to take time
That's
out.
right.
Service Master by McCann, keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity and keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. Game also brought to you in part today by the State Bank. State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, and commercial and agricultural lending. Operating through a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, and 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. So the Jackets have come out strong in this third quarter, Randy, barely getting to doubles at the end of that first half. They put a pretty good third quarter together, but again, it's the offensive woes of the first half dig the Jackets a hole that many times is kind of, it's too deep to come out of. There's just not enough time left. Houston at the line for the first one, knocks it down. That'll be Kayla's 7th point. The 5'8" freshman out of Columbus. I think that's, she's assumed more of a leadership role, especially on the offensive side. It's hard to remember sometimes. You got to remind yourself she is still just a freshman. Shot up and good by Tyler, the right-handed runner. Contested at the end, but the Jackets just go hands up, no body bump, no and one. And the Saints get 2 more on the board. Squares the shoulders and gets that long jumper inside the 3-point line. Houston does. Unable to knock that one down. Saints get the defensive board. And there's a drive to the basket. Shot no good, that time by Lauren DeWolf, who during the block looks like she catches a stray to the face right there.
Yeah, inadvertently, you saw in the replay, Jordan Wynn went for the swipe to get the block, and first it looked like caught DeWolf in the eye, but I think it was more across the face.
First free throw up and good. 49-24 your score. 15 points on the night for DeWolf. Make it 16 with the second free throw. Substitution coming in is Serrano Ortiz. And DeWolf takes a seat. We see that a lot. The free throw shooter comes out usually right after the 2 free throws. Managing the minutes, keeping the fresh legs on the floor. Defensive intensity. They don't play full court. There's a nice pass to Wynn. Nice assist that time by Taylor Haynes. Good look there under the basket. But it seems like the Saints are conserving their energy more for half-court offensive set, run-out opportunities, and playing just strong half-court defense. Good job by Haynes to knock that ball loose. Battle for the loose ball, trying to get it passed ahead to Taylor Haynes. We have 3 Jackets that were converged on the floor near midcourt. There's a strong drive up, no good by the Saints. A rebound put up and good that time by Zuvers. And again, they've been in the right place at the right time for those loose balls.
Yeah, it was 3 white jerseys around the basketball at midcourt, and it ends up being a basket on the other end.
Shot up, no good that time by Taylor Haynes. And a battle for the rebound. Ball eventually goes out of bounds off the Saints. So there's still 19 to shoot, 2:12 to play in the quarter. Saints doubling up the Jackets, 52-26. Nice job on the right-handed drive left side by Taylor Haynes. You see the ball fake up top. Give her a little shoulder fake. Gets the defender on her right hip and is able to knock that one down. That foul is going against Tyler, number 4. That'll be her second foul.
And not a lot of contact there. Tyler was the trailing defenders. Taylor was able to get around her. Just enough contact to draw the whistle. And it sounded like, and it looked like at first it was going to be before there was a shot opportunity, but the officials give the NBA-style continuation, enough for the basket.
Right-handed runner by Kanila Tyler to knock that one down. Wipes off the foul on the other end and redeems herself with a nice 2-point make. Shot up and no good by Houston. One and done as the defensive boards are cleaned up by the Saints. Ball fake. Nice drive inside. They're going to have to work this one back out. They do, still 15 to shoot. Bass has the ball up at the top, dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it down to the left. Lost the handle. A shot's going to have to go up before the shot clock goes off, and it's no good by Khalees Bass. 1 and out for the Jackets. They get the defensive board, and they look to get back on the board, get up into the 30s as it's 54-28 right now. Shot up no good that time by Taylor Haynes. And the transition push, but the Jackets back on defense. Reach-in foul going to be called against Taylor Haynes on the drive.
Yeah, you'll see the contact, not so much for the reach, but when the step-in gets into the defender, or the offensive player, I should say, before she reaches out, try to swat the ball away.
This one's going out of bounds to the Saints, as that's 4 fouls on Taylor Haynes. Looks like they will leave her on the floor. Will Coach PA with under a minute to play here in the third.
No, I took her out.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw her still.
Nope, she is out there.
I was going to say, I thought I saw her under the basket, yeah. Good job getting the hands in the passing lane right there by the Jackets. Shawnee working the ball inside, pass a little too tall and stolen by the Saints. About an 8-second difference between game and shot, so the Saints can't run this one all the way down. They don't tend to use a lot of the shot clock, though, on offense. Santasia with great help defense. Had to kick it over. Shot up and no good by Thigpen. Jackets with the shot clock turned off. We'll see if they hold for one. Down 26. Kick back out. Want to work it into Santasia. Left-handed take is good over Zuvers, and that's how the third quarter will end. 54-30 your score. Santasia knocks down her first basket of the contest. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, the fourth and final quarter here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
Discover, engage, formulate, initiate, defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Defy, with a unique 4-year focus on career readiness, experiential learning, and 95% plus career placement. Want to serve? 100% of entering students defy the ordinary by engaging in community service with nationally recognized community-based research and service programs. Undergraduate studies you love with personalized experience you want. Defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Apply to Defy.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Metzger's Printing. Metzger's is your marketing solutions provider specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider. Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your healthcare needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. Ball knocked out of bounds by Teviana Davis, who's had herself a very active game, really making a difference on both ends of the floor.
Very quick hands to knock that away and knock the ball away so fast the officials didn't see where the ball went out of bounds at. They're not 100% sure where Defiance should inbound it from.
I think it should be inbounded by the bench over there. I think that's where the ball was knocked out. They'll get it eventually. Just let her inbound the ball and let's get it moving here. They get the game clock reset. Instead of 95.1 seconds, it's 9 minutes and 51. There's a nice job of, man, I love the hustle by the Siena Heights Saints out there on those loose balls. I think that one was Jam Thigpen getting after that loose ball. As they were just trying to work the ball into Santasia. Instead, it ends up being a turnover for the Saints. 54-30 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. Official over talking to the scorer's table.
Arrow says that it was Defiance ball, but the official, wait a minute, Defiance inbounded because the ball was knocked away real quick. So they're going to work on the arrow and then trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, they switched it already after he talked about it, which also leads to a possession change, and they're trying to figure out that should there be 20 or 30 on the shot clock? Was there, when the ball was tied up, was that, whose possession was that?
Three-point basket from the top, up and no good by Davis. Davis has had a few of those open three-point looks, has not been able to cash in. She has definitely made an impact on the inside the paint, the inside part of her game. As Taylor Haynes with those 4 fouls gets her 4th point on the night. Not afraid to drive into the paint and absorb some contact. Good job finishing on that possession.
Coach P.A. wants to go with the offense over leaving her out with the defensive issues. See her there, just having to go straight up, make sure she doesn't pick up her 5th one.
Good extra pass to Lauren DeWolf, who now has her season average. That's 19 on the contest for DeWolf, the game's leading scorer. We get a bad pass and a turnover and a transition opportunity that for the Saints ultimately leads in an out-of-bounds play as the pass over to Jam Thigpen lost the handle. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll take it with them. 8:37 to play in the ballgame. 57-32, Siena Heights leads.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action here at Defiance College. Siena Heights up 57-32 on the women's side. We'll let you know today's game is brought to you in part by Marco's Pizza. Defiance College Athletics is supported by Marco's Pizza in Defiance. Located on North Clinton Street, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop in, or order online for the latest deals. And be sure to download the Marco's app, where pizza is just a tap away. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Genesee Nutrition. Genesee Nutrition's clean, high-protein protein bars are made with student-athletes in mind, aimed at nutrition, recovery, and performance. Their products are developed for the pursuit of peak performance. Find out more about Genesee Nutrition at geneseenutrition.com. 8.5 to play in the ball game. It's been all Saints so far with a very strong first half. Jackets have put some things together in the second half as a late decision by Shawnee Little kind of led to indecision right there and a turnover.
Try to go with a no-look pass and we get it inside of Santasia, a little bit off the mark.
Rebound by Jordan Wynn despite the really good hustle by Thigpen to try to get that loose ball. All credit to the Saints as far as getting to those 50-50 balls, though. They've been hustling on both ends of the floor. Good ball fake, shot up. Just can't get that one to drop, could Taylor Haynes. You do everything right on that possession. The great ball fake. You get the clearing as a two-point basket made by Davis on the other side. The shots just aren't dropping today for the Jackets.
Yeah, that tough one there on the baseline was a good look, like you said. It's unable to go for Taylor Haynes.
Wynn kicks it out. Back to Wynn in the corner. Three-point basket, no good. Rebound by Tyler, and she'll get fouled by Little. Bumps into the official.
Yes, trying to stay out of the way. You saw the hands go up and then was headed that way, decided to stop and chat with the official. I wasn't trying to foul. I
didn't want to foul. Didn't want to foul. And the official, I think, smiled at that one. Was like, I know, but you got enough of the body. We got to call it. 7:15 to play in the contest. Foul on the take as Kyla Tyler draws the foul during the drive. See if they send her to the line for a pair, and they will. That's 4 fouls against Shawnee Little, so Jackets are starting to experience some significant foul trouble in the last 7 minutes of this game. You have Little with 4, Haynes with 4, and Kaylee Houston with 3, and they're all on the floor right now for the Jackets. First free throw up, no good.
Yeah, with the look like they're going to stay there, no one at the scores table ready to check in.
Second free throw rattles home for Tyler. And again, as has been the case pretty much the entire game, no half-quarter, full-court pressure or anything like that for the Saints. They're comfortable picking you up man defense after midcourt on the set. Good hustle to get back down the floor by Shawnee Little to cut off the fast break opportunity. And a 2-point basket up and good for Finch. Got a favorable bounce off the rim there. Good hands by Lauren DeWolf on that cross-court pass to knock that one out of bounds. This one will stay with the Jackets. Only one player on the Siena Heights bench. Looks like she's still in her warm-ups there. Although there's a lot of time left, so unless that one player down there is battling through an injury and is on some kind of minutes restriction, got to think that she'll probably be seeing some game action too, as everybody basically has played for the Saints. Substitution in for the Jackets. Santasia comes back in. Nice pass underneath to Houston, and that was a well-orchestrated and designed play. Great execution by the Jackets. 34 for the Jackets now, as that's 10 points on night for Houston, but the lead is 28, 64-32 with 6:10 to play. Going for the steal, comes up empty. Open kick for three. And that shot no good again by Davis, who is now 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 from deep.
Hey, you like the aggressiveness out of Taylor Haynes, but you got to remember playing with 4 fouls. Offensively, trying to get on track, can't get the floater to go.
Good battle for the loose ball by the Jackets. They maintain possession but lose the dribble. Here's a 1-on-2 break. Santasia gets the foul. They're going to count the basket, although, Randy, that foul looked like it happened.
Yeah, it's going to be right
there.
here. Yeah, trying to reach and.
They gave her the continuation, though. A little bit of an NBA and one right there. Taviana Davis, the 5'8 junior from Muskegon, Michigan, is in double figures tonight with 11, looking for point number 12. Free throw up and good. And nobody moved at that shot right there. He had no Siena Heights players, even though it was just an and one.
I don't think anyone picked up at first. It was just one free throw there. Not a great pass, now trying to force it a little bit.
Good defense by Molly Prince, just kind of get in the way right there. Is another transition take by Finch. The left hand is good. No slowing down for these Siena Heights Saints either, as they keep the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, get in the way is good defense. What Kayla Houston tried to do in that last possession.
Drive and a foul on Coleman, who's seeing some game action now. I think this is her first game action. Another substitution for the Saints.
Well, I believe we have found out who the last player in the warm-ups was.
2 free throws coming for the Jackets. Kayla Houston at the line. First one up and good. Kayla gets ready for free throw number 2. Knocks that one down as well. And looks like Michaela Cook, number 22, was the player we were talking about that was wearing the warm-ups, who had not checked in yet. She's going to get some valuable experience here in the last 4:51. Insult to injury right there for the Saints, as Coleman puts the ball on the floor. Strong drive, lost her footing, gets the ball ripped out of her hands by Houston, and then after all that is called for a travel.
That is an odd sequence, because it looked like the tie-up from Kayla Houston came first. So officials not saying the Houston part of the reason why Coleman slipped down.
3-point basket by Houston, no good. And another defensive board as we get what I thought was a foul on the shot against the Jackets. No call. Santasia and a foul on the floor against Prince.
Yeah, going to call the contact. Prince trying to take the ball away from Santasia.
That'll be her first foul. Houston checks out. And Monet McElroy, the 5'6 junior, checks in. I believe these are her first minutes.
I played the last few seconds of the opening half.
Got me on a technicality. Prince loses the handle, and this one's going out of bounds back to the Jackets. Saints had a transition opportunity right there with the wraparound pass to Prince. Just went off her fingertips out of bounds. And no harm, no foul for Coach PA's squad. 4 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter.
And I believe we have only seen 8 play for the Jackets this afternoon. So wondered about Lorena Caperos. Did play sparingly last time they were on the road at Rochester Christian.
Yeah, if she hasn't checked in yet, then chances are pretty good Lorena's not going to log minutes today.
Haven't seen Morgan Crow yet today.
Three-point shot, no good, and a really heads-up decision by Jordan Wynn to pull that one back and not try to drive through the traffic. Now with a beautiful pass into Wynn, and the Jackets starting to dial up a little bit of full court pressure, just see if you can cause a turnover and then get back to man defense. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the contest, 67-40, Saints lead. I think the officials are going to start calling those body bumps as we get a travel. They called them tight in the first half. Something tells me that it's probably going to take a little more in the second half to draw that whistle.
Little juggle of the catch there, the reason for that travel. Shawnee Little out there with 4 fouls, being aggressive at the elbow.
Might as well be. I mean, be aggressive, play smart, play hard. Shot up, no good by Little. Jackets maintain possession, and Wynn knocks down the short pop in the paint. 67-42 and 14 points on the night for Jordan Wynn. Ball fake has Ali on the move on defense. Nearly stolen, still 14 to shoot. Step back jumper from the free throw line, no good. And the Jackets get the rebound. Little on the drive, stops, loses the handle. Might have thought she was going to get some contact by Finch. Finch did not make the contact, and that's a turnover that didn't need to be. Drive into the paint by Thigpen. They're going to say this one was knocked out of bounds by the Jackets, and this one will stay right here.
I'll see if it.
I don't think so, but.
I saw Santasia reach out, but I don't know if she actually contacted the basketball.
Yeah, I think she just lost the handle. I think the presumption was there that it was deflected out. Saints with the ball. About 10 to shoot, under 2 to play. Strong runner by Bass, who was a starter in this game, still seeing some minutes out there. Haynes with those 4 fouls. Looks like she should make it to the finish line here. Santasia with good post up against Zuvers. Kind of a risky pass right there, but Santasia was able to collect and score.
Able to climb the ladder and get it. First time she scored since a couple of free throws early on in this one.
Had some fans who were not equipped wearing the referee shirt, but still helping the officials out, which is, I'm sure the officials always appreciate the assistance on that travel call. 72 seconds left to play. Now an inbounds it to Haynes. Haynes will let the ball roll to midcourt, a move which drives me absolutely mad every time I see it. Shot up and no good by Taylor Haynes, and she'll go to the line. It's not that you do it on the offense. I understand why you roll the ball up the court on the offensive side, but as a defender, why do you not at least step out and pretend like you're going to make a move on the ball to force the offensive? Why do you let them do it on defense, I guess is what I'm getting at. First free throw, no good off back iron for Taylor Haynes. Haynes on the season, only a 51% free throw shooter. See if she hits her average on the second one there. Unfortunately, that one rims out too. And it's just kind of been that kind of day for the Jackets. 60 seconds and counting in this ballgame, 69-44. Your score in the Defiance College scoreboard. The Saints are going to improve to 8-9, 7-7 in the WAC. Jackets will fall to 3-17. And they are still winless, searching for that first conference victory. They'll fall to 0-14 in the WAC. Left-hand runner, no good by Cook. Mallon will bring it up. what could be the final possession for the Jackets in this ballgame. Santasia turnaround, no good. Win battles for the rebound, no good. I love the way the ladies are battling down there. Win and Santasia, very tough. So we get a timeout, and we're going to keep this one right here. Let you know that the Alumni Varsity D has a long tradition of supporting and promoting DC athletics. Comprised of former varsity athletes, Alumni Varsity D pays it forward for the Yellow Jackets of tomorrow. For more information, visit defiance.edu/alumni today. And you can get information on Defiance College social media as well as that website about the 2026 Yellow Jacket Classic golf outing. Also want to let you know that today's game is brought to you in part by the Purple and Gold Club. Purple and Gold Club has been advancing DC athletics for 50 years. A joint mission of community members, parents, staff, and fans. Purple and Gold supports the Yellow Jackets to elevate the student-athlete experience and facilities through a variety of initiatives. All members receive an all-sports pass to watch every Yellow Jacket home game with additional perks as well. To find out more or join today, visit DCPurpleandGoldClub.com. No truth to the rumor that the additional perks includes Ken Reeker calling you and singing happy birthday on your birthday.
Oh, that'd be a good perk.
I don't think that's one of the additional perks, but maybe we can pull a few strings.
We'll have to talk to Tiffany about that one.
Dulcet tones of Ken Reeker as Allie Mowen knocks down her second basket of the contest, and Siena Heights will walk this one up comfortably ahead, 69-46, and that is going to be your final score as the last few seconds tick away. Coach Leatherwood leads her Saints back to 8-9, 7-7 in the conference. Jackets fall to 3-15, 0-12 in the conference. 69 points on the night for the Saints in what was a very dominant, especially a first half where the Jackets just couldn't get much going on the offensive side. Siena Heights did a good job executing pretty much steadily throughout, and they cruised to a big conference victory. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, post-game stats and a conversation with Coach PA right after this on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Our fall was really about building our team culture, and what we were trying to accomplish was, yes, get better at volleyball, but a lot of them, majority of our team being freshmen, we had to really implement systems, and now it's, trying to find the group that's gonna really be playing for us the majority of the time, and building them up and getting them comfortable with playing with each other, while also everybody else finding their value. Practices have been really competitive, which has been great, and I think we're at a good spot. I think it's kind of at the spot too where we're ready to play some people other than us. The goal is conference tournament personally, and I think our team kind of has that same goal. But we were picked 9th, so we've got some work to do to allow that to happen. But I don't think we shy away from the work. My guys are willing to grind. It's cool to come out and have a good first year, but we want to sustain the success for more than a year. We're going to have people into it and ready to contribute no matter where they're at on the bench or on the court. And hopefully the fans get involved. I think that's when Defiance volleyball's at its best, whether it's men's or women's. So I'm really looking forward for fans to kind of get exposed to what the environment's going to be like and how exciting it really can be.
It is exciting to see even their growth within a couple of months, and even some of the kids from last year, there was a lot of growth. It's all headed in the right direction. What they do well is they try hard, and they know that they're not going to get it done in one day or 1 week. It's a process. So if anything, I'm kind of proud of them from learning that lesson. That it's not going to come overnight, but they're going to have to put in work, and they come back every day, which tells me that they are excited about that growth. Really excited about conference because it's an opportunity for us to show the conference that last year was our first year in the conference, so we kind of got beat up a little bit, but we were able to go and do some recruiting, get some kids in here, and I think we have some surprises. We're getting bigger, we're getting stronger, we're getting more confident, and we look to bring the program back to its prominent position that it was in the past. So we're excited to do that for Defiance and for our program.
And back out at Defiance College post-game with Coach Courtney P.A. The Siena Heights Saints victorious today, 69-46. And Coach, one of the things that we talked about in the pregame today leading up to the contest was the first half for the women's team. It seems like the team kind of catches its stride coming out of the half in that third quarter, and they start, they start, sometimes it's a slow burn and sometimes it's a little more of an accelerated push. But man, those first halves they can be a challenge for this team.
Yeah, I mean, we have a saying in our program, hit first, right? You want to hit first when you start the game, and when you don't do that, you dig yourselves a hole, and that's exactly what we did today. We dug ourselves a hole, and it was hard to fight back from that. I mean, if we score what we scored in the second half and the first half, we're having a different conversation at the end of the game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we just, it took us 2 quarters to wake up. It took us 2 quarters to wake up. So we have to do a better job at hitting first in the first quarter, and then the second quarter regroup and do the same thing. So basketball is a game of runs. We just need to make our runs first.
The team was, I think, in the first half, close to about 7%, I think, field goal shooting.
Yeah.
7 or 10%, something like that. But it's hard to overcome a rough shooting half. I mean, Siena Heights didn't really, credit where it's due. They played a great balanced team game. So, nothing against Siena Heights whatsoever. But it seemed like the Jackets just left a lot of points on the floor in that first half.
Yeah, we did.
And, I think there's still probably that search for just the consistency overall. How much of that is, X's and O's for the ladies, and how much of that do you think is just kind of psychological? Some people, need a little bit of time to ease into the routine. You know what I mean? And, some people are fast starters, and some people take a little time to get going. And this Jackets team, the ladies, they execute at a really good level in the first half and the second half of games. It's just that, the loose balls, you see a lot of 50-50 balls going the other way. I think one of the other tells in the first half was the number of defensive rebounds for Siena Heights. The Jackets, just weren't able to get many second chance point opportunities. But, what as a coach can you do to continue to inspire the ladies to get off to, a faster start?
I think you look at the end result, right? Because we do live in a result-driven world, right? You get 20 rebounds, 20 offensive rebounds. I think that's probably the most we've had all season. We scored on half of those. And getting them to understand what we are capable of doing, right? So we get 20 rebounds, so we out-rebound them 44-42.
Yep.
We get up 67 shots to their 54, right? You've got Jordan with 14 and 14. You tell them things that they're doing well and continue to build off of those things. I think the other piece is on the day-to-day basis of breaking things down and showing them the why. Why are you doing this? Why are you driving this way? Why are you catching and shooting like this? Why does your footwork matter? To me and my staff, we are very keen on details. Details matter, and details create a masterpiece. I always say you don't get the Mona Lisa by just slapping a picture on there. Mona Lisa was made with detail, right? To where millions of people travel to come see this painting on a yearly basis. And so when you're trying to create a masterpiece, the details have to be important. And so the details into this game, there was some great Great details, right? Like I said, the offensive boards, Jordan's double-double. Holding that team, you have Ty Davis, she averages 22.8 points a game. She only had 12.
Yeah.
Right? You look at things like that and you capitalize on it, but you praise them for it. And then also to be like, hey, on film, this is what you're doing, and this is where you were supposed to be.
Right.
Because, again, result-driven. If you show them what they look like, because half the time they don't think they're doing what they're doing. But then the other piece is affirm, reaffirm, but then also be able to give them the direction to go. So I think we just keep trying the way that we're doing, keep building, keep growing, and keep showing them that they are more than capable of actually winning games on a nightly basis.
You talked about Jordan Wynn's double-double,
Yeah.
14 points, 14 rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Even split 7 and 7 on the offensive and defensive side. Let's show her a little love right now, Coach.
Yeah.
She played a fantastic
She
ball
did. I'm really proud of Jordan. And most people wouldn't know. Last game, she got really knocked well, she actually was in practice. She got knocked in the face with a ball really bad. But so her jaw was a little tight, but she came out there and she played like a workhorse. Like Jordan is the strongest person on our team. She's fast as all get out. She can handle the ball. She can rebound. Jordan can shoot. She can do a lot of different things. And tonight, I'm just really glad to see her play her game. She's a walking double-double. I tell her that all the time. So I'm just really proud of what she did tonight.
And Jordan also listed at 5'11". Yeah. More as a forward, listed as a forward instead of a center, but she is a very good post presence.
She
is.
is.
And she really kind of showed that today where she took over a couple of possessions on that offensive side with her post presence.
Yeah, and like Jordan is playing out of position because she is a bigger guard. Jordan should be on the wing, but you know, we are lacking in that size department, but she helps us in that because she can post up bigger players, she can post up smaller players. So she definitely helps us out in that regard because she's putting up numbers that you would want from someone who was 6'4" down there getting it done, and she's 5'10" on a good day, 5'11", but she's getting it done for us, and I'm really proud of Jordan what she did today. She executed.
Let's talk a little bit quickly, Coach, about Kayla Houston.
Oh yeah,
12 points, and Randy and I were talking during the ball game today that she has really kind of found something in terms of, I will call it, offensive confidence and assertiveness.
Yeah,
she has found her voice on the offensive side, and it's hard to remember that she's still a freshman.
Yeah, Kayla is. Well, she shot 8 for 8 today from the free throw line, so that's huge too. But Kayla is a growing freshman, and she plays older than what she is, right? And so she can get to the basket in unorthodox ways. Sometimes you have to be like, Kayla, go ahead, do your thing, girl. But I am proud of Kayla today. She was even talking on the floor. She was being coachable with her teammates. So I'm really proud of Kayla's effort and what she continues to do. I want to see her get some more rebounds for sure. But yeah, definitely proud of Kayla and her efforts today.
Couple road games coming up at Lourdes on the 28th and then at Indiana Tech on the 31st next weekend. What do you see in those two teams, and how do you game plan without giving too much away, of course? You don't want to give away everything because people are watching and they pick stuff up.
Yeah, they do.
What do you do to work with the ladies to make sure that they get off to a comfortable and a strong start in those two? Because, I mean, playing on the road's hard enough. What do you do to get them to maybe get off to a little bit of a stronger and maybe a more assertive start?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, being on the road is tough already, and then you've got 2 top teams in conference that we have to play next week in a stretch. And so it's all about the mindset. Mindset, being ready, but the confidence in knowing that it doesn't matter who we play, we have to always be us, and knowing that being ourselves is enough. And sometimes being ourselves, we can either beat ourselves up or we can really go out there and show people what we're capable of doing. And so we got to focus on us.
Coach Courtney P.A. has been my guest. Coach, thank you so much, as always, for stopping up and talking with us.
You.
And good luck on the next couple of road contests, like you said, against a couple of really good WAC teams.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For Randy Roberts, I'm Jim Bellamy. Thank Randy, and, of course, thank the crew. We're going to step aside when we come back. It's Game 2, doubleheader action here on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.